Welcome to Andover Norton. I'm actually the engineer here at Andover Norton, overseeing some of the production of many of the parts that we manufacture. Now, I also do the technical side alongside with Simon. Now, one of the questions we get generally about twice a month, I would say, is the fact that somebody's trying to put the rear wheel back together and back on their bike and finding that the spacers, etc., are all not working. Now, the only thing that I can think of, and on a couple of occasions it has been the case, people have been using the wrong dummy axle, stub axle, whatever you want to call it. Now, these are laid out as you would expect to see them fitted to the bike, as if you were sat on the bike. Now, the problem you can see is that three of them all look very similar. The one on the end is a Mark III item, and it's a totally different shape. It's only used on the Mark III electric start, 1975. You're not going to confuse that with any of the others. So we can put that one to one side, and we will get close-ups of all these later. Now that just leaves us with the three stub axles for the earlier models. Now, the Dominator uses this one on this side. Now, this is generally referred to as the 20 TPI version. That is different to the later two versions for the 6870 and the 70 up to 74 Commando. Both of them have 18 TPI, but there is still differences between them as well. Now, first glance, they do look all identical, but they are very different. Different in diameter, and also different in some of the lengths that you can see here as well, from where the flats engage and the standoff and how they would fit into the swinging arm. Now, the common problem is that we first know about is when people come to buy a nut, put the nut on, and find my nut doesn't go on. The next problem we generally then get is I've tried to put my rear wheel back together and I can't get any of the gap so that the wheel will function correctly. Now, I would imagine there's a fair mix and match of these parts over the years with rear sprockets, etc. as well, because some of those are similar and some are practically identical, apart from the threads on some parts and maybe the odd bit of chamfer on places with it when I've looked through the drawings. But other than that, some would be interchangeable, and you wouldn't notice until the last moment when you're trying to get the thing back together. Now, if you've got any questions on any of these, please feel free to get in touch. If you need to ring us up and find out how to identify which one I've got, please feel free to do so. Now, to identify some of them, that one's pretty straightforward. Then coming back to 71, 74, 70 to 74, that one has a smaller diameter there than the 6870. And of course, if you can tell which TPI you got, you'll be able to distinguish this one from the Dominator version. Like you say, please get in touch and we'll help you where we can to identify what you've got and help you resolve the situation you're in. Thanks very much.